The very first thing the woman did after being reborn was bring the divorce papers to the man's first love. Not only did she willingly give up the man, she was even ready to let go of the children she carried for 10 months to the outside world. She was the perfect example of a woman who married into wealth, with a loving husband and 2 beautiful kids, but only she knew how much pain and despair that marriage had brought her in the previous life. Back then, she had loved him with everything she had, but all she received in return was coldness and distance. The man openly stated that their marriage was nothing but a business deal, and that he would only ever love his first love. Even the children he raised with care gradually drifted away from her. After 6 years of sacrifice, she still dreamed of winning their hearts, but on her birthday, all she heard on the phone was laughter. The man and the children were on a trip abroad with his first love. While she sat home alone in heartbreak, a chandelier fell from above, crushing her skull, and she died with hate in her heart. Now reborn, she handed the divorce papers directly to the first love, coldly declaring that she would never have anything to do with the man again. The first love didn't believe her. After all, so many women dreamed of becoming the wife of a billionaire, but only when the woman swore again and again that she would never regret it. Did the first love finally accept the papers? Then immediately called the man. Soon the man arrived with the children. His daughter ran straight into the first love's arms. The man gave her a matcha cake, completely ignoring the woman sitting in the corner. When the first love lied, claiming the divorce was to help buy a villa, the man signed the papers without hesitation. The children cheered, saying they wanted to move in with her. Watching it all, the woman's heart broke once again. Not long after, the man moved his first love into the house, replaced all the furniture, and even threw away the handmade pillows she made for the children. The woman silently returned to her room, circled a date on the calendar, the day she would leave. But then the housekeeper came with devastating news. The children had suffered allergic reactions from eating cake, and were now in the hospital. She rushed there immediately, but as soon as she arrived, the man lashed out at her in anger. She was confused, because she always carefully selected every ingredient for them. Thankfully, the doctors acted quickly, and the kids were soon stabilized. But to her shock, the children also accused her of trying to poison them, in order to teach her a lesson. The man cruelly forced mango juice down her throat, until she lost consciousness. Later, he found out it was actually the first love who caused the incident, but he didn't blame her. The children admitted they lied, just to protect the first love. What none of them knew was that the woman had heard every word. To make it up to her, the man casually gave her a small gift, as if trying to brush the matter aside, but his every word and action only pushed the knife deeper into her heart. She was no longer the housewife who would bow to her children's every whim, even though she knew they loved her baking. She deliberately dumped a fresh cake in front of them. The children screamed in anger, saying they would cut ties with her, and she, heart completely broken, agreed immediately. But the daughter wasn't done. She placed a toy ball on the stairs, causing the woman to fall and injure herself. Neither child cared, both claiming it had nothing to do with them. She looked at the children she once carried in her womb, and realized how heartless they had become. She declared on the spot that from now on, she would no longer care about them. The man arrived, but before she could speak, his daughter cried and accused her again. He immediately scolded the woman, blaming her for mistreating the kids. The first love pretended to smooth things over, saying it was the